Hey folks, welcome back to the Do-It-Yourself Dad channel. Today we're going to be installing a camera in my backyard to keep an eye on my koi pond. I've been having an ongoing problem with raccoons lately and I've tried everything. I've actually bought coyote pee online. Yes, that's really a thing. You can buy pee online and spread it around your yard. And it actually works pretty well, but they get smart to it and they kind of go right past it after a little bit. I got a link down in the description below if you're interested in buying pee online. I don't know what you do with your spare time. I even got a sprinkler on a stick that goes off with a motion detector, but they figured that thing out too. So I want a camera in the backyard so I can come outside in the middle of the night and chase them off. So today we're going to be installing this one. It's a Eufy standalone security system or security camera. I have a bunch of their other stuff on the house already, but I got this one as an extra, as an add-on. Now this one's neat because you don't need the base and it is in 2K. So better quality than a lot of the other wireless cameras out there. So let's get this thing set up. I'll show you how to install it, and then at the end I'm going to show you the footage we're getting from it. All right, so let me show you what all comes in the box. First and foremost is the camera. And the camera here, it's a pretty weighty little camera, and it is very solidly built. I've used some other companies' cameras, and they all kind of felt cheap and definitely didn't look like they had been adequately weatherproofed. This one's got a nice seal around the back, and everything seems to be really built well. It's got this little port on the back. Pop that open. There's a USB port in there, and that is to charge it. Now, the box claims 120-day battery life, and if track record counts for anything, the other Eufy products that I've got on the house have long advertised battery lives as well, and they all seem to be living up to their expectations, so I have high hopes that this one will as well. The one thing I do wish this thing had on the back was the other cameras that I have, and I've got those in the other videos. Those are the ones that have the base station and the whole package, have their backs cupped, and there's actually a magnet mount, so you can move them around really easily. I wish this one had it, but it does come with this very nice mount. This is the same mount that came with the other cameras as well, and these are very easy to install and very easy to aim. Much nicer than some of the other cameras I've played around with. Comes of course with the USB charging cable, quick start guide, and some nice stickers here that you can put up on your house to let people know that you've got a security system. So let's get into setting this camera up, getting her installed. Now with all the Eufy products, they all install through the app on your phone. So you're going to want to download the Eufy app on your phone and set up an account. Now here with mine open, you can see all the cameras and devices that I've got on here. So you can see I'm a big fan of the Eufy stuff. We're going to go add this camera now. So you're going to open the little three bars up here at the top, click on them, go into my devices, and then hit the little plus sign up at the very top. That'll get you the ability to add new devices. You want to find the device you're adding. In our case, it's the Eufy Cam Solo Pro. And we're going to have to add in our credentials for our Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go put those in here. After we've done that, we're going to hold down the sync button on the camera until we hear that beep, and hold the QR code up to the camera.
Connecting to the Wi-Fi network. Please wait.
And now it's connecting.
Setup was successful.
So now it's added itself to the network. We are going to give it a name. We can customize it. We're going to customize this one with Koi Pond. And we're done. Now you have a couple of different options here. Now, on a lot of my cameras, I've switched off between them, so to explain these really quick, the optimum battery life will actually make the clips that it records a little bit shorter. If you want the optimum surveillance, it'll increase the length of the clips, but it will suck up more battery, and you can also customize things. So we are going to actually go to surveillance, which is going to cut down on my battery life a little bit, but this camera is easy to get to and recharge if I have to. We've already charged the battery. So now we get to go outside and mount it. So let's go get that taken care of. Now when you go to mount the camera, you want to use your phone. In that next portion of the app, if you've got it open, it shows your signal strength. So you go around, find a place. I'm going to put it right here because I have decent signal strength. It's not the best, but it'll do. And I have a good view of the pond. Now something else to consider is make sure you mount the camera somewhere where you can easily get to it to recharge it. These are rechargeable cameras. Now, the opposite side of that is also make sure it's in a place where the camera can't be easily gotten by somebody who you don't want to have the camera. So if you have it up on the front of the house and you're using it for porch pirates and stuff like that, you want to make sure it's in a place where somebody can't easily grab it and pull it down before you get an alert. So two things to kind of keep in mind, but right now I'm going to get the screw gun out, get that thing mounted up. Now the mounting Now the mounting plate does come with wood screws. It also comes with drywall anchors, so if you're going to the drywall, you can use those. They think I'm going to feed them. I'm going to get to that in a second. But the next thing you're going to do, you're going to take this little cap piece, goes right in there. There's little guides to get it in there. And then you have a post and the little screw cap. The post goes through the screw cap and the entire thing gets threaded on right there. Now these are actually some of the nicest mounts like this that I've used. I've used a lot of other ones that are really cumbersome and hard to adjust. These seem to be really easy to adjust. But real quick, before we put the camera up, I do want to thank this video's sponsor. Now I wouldn't be able to buy all this stuff and make all these videos if it wasn't for the sponsors for our channel. And today's sponsor is Skillshare. Skillshare, we partnered up a couple of videos ago, and I haven't really done sponsorships because I don't want to just hawk stuff on the channel, but Skillshare is actually a program that I believe in because it's something that I've used. It's an online learning platform. You can go online and take videos real similar to these videos, but a lot of them are even like collegiate level, great, high quality tutorial videos. You can learn how to do Photoshop, really any skill you want. When I started this channel, I watched a lot of their videos to get going here. So a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this. And they've given me a special offer to offer you. The first 1,000 people that click on the link down in the description will get a free trial run of Skillshare, totally free, no commitment. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything like that, so you can check it out for yourself. But now let's get this camera back up. Now the camera just threads onto the end there. You get it on there till it's nice and firm. Then you can aim the camera where you want. You'll want to reference your phone to get it just right. And then you want to tighten down that back ring. And the camera will be pointed exactly where you want it. Now let's get in the phone and set it up inside the phone. Now to set up the detection zones, you click on the little gear and that brings up all of your camera settings. So you can turn on your auto night vision, which we're going to leave on because we want this thing to run at night. You can run a status LED, which is nice if you're worried about, people in your front yard, criminals, you want them to see that you're recording them. Since it's in the backyard, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to turn that off. And then the most important thing in here for the setup is your motion detection. Now we can set our detection settings, human only or all motions. We are going to switch over to all motions because we want to see critters. And you can also set up here activity zones. So that way if you wanted to ignore an area, you can actually set up an activity zone here and it'll only give you data for where you care about. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up my activity zone to be the pond. Now I'm actually not going to set up a zone because we are going to need this entire area to be viewed. So we've got our motion detection settings set up, and depending upon how things work, we might have to increase or decrease the sensitivity so it doesn't go off because of motion of the tree and stuff like that. You can also go into the power manager, which I showed you before, which has all the different settings for how much juice this thing uses up. Video quality, we want it to get 2K video quality back here just for the heck of it. I don't really need it back here because we're just looking for raccoons, but if you're using it in the front yard, you're going to want to be able to recognize faces. And your other settings here. Notification, I want the most efficient, so I wanted to get it as quickly as possible. If you move down to full effect, it waits till it can upload a thumbnail, which is great if you want to see who's knocking at the door, but it does take more time for that to show up. And then there's the other settings here where you can set up your storage. We're going to be doing local storage. You can set it up to do local storage on board or off-site, so we're going to leave it alone right now. So those are our basic settings. Let's let this thing run. We're going to get some daytime shots and some nighttime shots so you can see how well it works.
camera also has a feature in the app where you can hold down the little microphone button and talk out through your camera. What you're hearing right now is actually my voice coming through the camera, and there's only about a 1 or 2 second delay, which is really good. Coming back the other way, the audio seems to have about the same delay, so you can really use this thing as a security camera. If somebody comes up to your front door, you can tell them to go away, or if it's somebody delivering a package, you can tell them where to leave it.
So we played around with the camera in the backyard, but you probably want to see how this thing works as a security camera, not a pond camera. So we're going to take it down, move it up front, and try to get some footage of some people walking up and down the sidewalk over the next couple days, and that should give you a better idea of how it's going to work, probably in the situation that you're going to use it in. So we'll start by just putting the camera there, getting a good view of the sidewalk. Now, here's the deal. I'm not going to put my neighbors on YouTube. I don't think they would really appreciate that. So I'm just going to get some footage of me walking up and down the sidewalk now, and then I'll get some more of me walking up and down the sidewalk tonight when it's dark out, so you can get a good idea how it works as a security camera for your front yard, and then also how well it looks at night. Now, you can see here at night, it actually looks really good. And I've seen comparisons, and people have actually made comparisons in my videos to the Wisecam V3. And here's the thing about the Wisecam V3. Yes, it does have a nice starlight sensor, or whatever they call it, and it does look good at night, but it only looks good because it's giving you color. This is giving you black and white. But what are you really concerned about when you're using a security camera at night? Do you want nice color, or do you want a nice image? This thing has much higher resolution, and it's in 2K, so for a security camera, this will give you a better chance of IDing the person that's maybe stealing the packages off your porch. While we're at it, these are supposed to be weatherproof. Still seems to be working. So I hope this video helped you out at all. If this camera fills a need for you, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you've got one, let me know what you think. And of course, hit that subscribe button, because I've always got awesome stuff like this, DIY videos, all sorts of stuff coming up on the channel just for you. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's something you'd like to see on the channel, because we're always fixing or repairing or installing something. And if it's something you'd like to see, I'd like to make a video for you. So with that, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And of course, thanks for watching.